we turn to the all-important high-potential voter. Let's assume you have done your introduction.
I'm curious what you're thinking about our upcoming election, Ms. Fowler.
Actually not that much. I tend only to vote sometimes, like in the elections for president. We had to get rid of Trump.
Boy, I totally agree with you there. But honestly, the elections this time around are just as important. And even though Trump is out of office, this year we have a lot of extremist MAGA Republicans running for important offices. And these folks are bent on ruining our country. Yes, we came together to win in 2020, but we especially need voters like you to turn out again this year, just to keep our country as we know it. Are there particular concerns that you have right now?
No, not really.
Okay, well, here's some information about some great Democrats who are running in November, and they share our values, and they're going to work really hard for us.
Okay, I'll definitely take a look.
And many of these races can be decided by just a few hundred votes. So your vote really does matter. So can we count on your vote, Ms. Fowler?
Sure, I'm up for it. Now, do I go to the same place to vote?
Looks like the library on Church Street, right?
Yes, that's it.
And do you know what time you might go out to vote?
Probably when I get off work at about 4 p.m.
Okay. And is there anyone else you know that you can reach out to make sure that they're registered and that they vote?
Well, I'll make sure my daughter is planning to vote, and I'll see if she'll go with me.
Great. So you'll definitely vote for all the Democrats in November, and you'll reach out to your daughter. So do we have a deal?
Definitely.
Because reaching the high-potential voter can be so productive, we're going to show a couple of additional short segments of the rationales that can be effective with them.
So, are there particular concerns that you have right now, Ms. Fowler?
Well, I do care about things. I just haven't focused on it.
Okay, but what is the most important thing that would motivate you to vote?
I guess I would say healthcare.
Oh, and is there something specific about healthcare that's concerning to you?
Well, mainly the cost of my husband's medication. It's outrageous.
I hear you, Ms. Fowler. I feel exactly the same way. My mom is diabetic, and paying for insulin has been a struggle at times. But these out-of-touch Republicans consistently fight against more affordable health care, and they take donations from big pharmaceutical companies. But our Democratic candidates are fighting to put a reasonable cap on the price of life-saving drugs like insulin and for affordable health care overall. So are there particular concerns that you have right now, Ms. Fowler?
Well, I do care about things. I just haven't focused on it.
Actually, the most important things that government does that affect you directly, schools, roads, public safety, health care, are mostly a matter for these local elections. So your vote really does matter. And when we come together, we win.
These are the key points for a high-potential voter. This is the highest priority voter to reach, so take your time. Observe their body language carefully and assess how supportive they are. Generally, you may not need to get deep into specific issues, but it can be useful. Reinforce their Democratic preference and call out the Republicans. Generally, you can be very pointed in your language to generate motivation intensity. Highest priority is to persuade them to actually vote. Take time to check out the various rationales in the supplement that can be effective for that. And getting commitment is key. Help them think through the voting process and their plan to vote. Let the campaign know, such as by a note in minivan, that the campaign should circle back to this voter to reinforce that they will be voting.